Hello, everyone. Welcome to Original Content Self-Inflicted. I'm your ghost with the most spooky, and today I am joined by Luno Kura
Hiya, I'm a writer and I'm shouting.
and Mr. Meme.
Hello!
And today we are reading a Bioshock fanfic.
Ooh, Bioshock, a game series that I want to play but haven't yet, so I'm the perfect fit for this story.
And I've played all 3 games, and I've beaten the first 2 twice.
Yeah.
I haven't beaten Bioshock Infinite yet. Kinda weak. That's funny. That game was like everyone's fucking darling back when it came out. Now it's like, alright. I like how you can fucking hit people with a motorized fucking lawnmower.
Yeah. The story is called Bioshock, the Rouge Sister.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, darling.
Well, this isn't the Rogue Galay, this is the Rouge Sister.
Death Battle.
Yeah.
Hit us, this by, Anari Irana. I wrote this a long time ago. It's in 7 parts so far. If you like, let me know and I'll continue. This is about one of the big sisters going rouge and running ramped.
Ramped.
A man ended up in a situation he shouldn't have been in, and she saves him. Now she has to protect him and get him and herself out of this dark domain.
The fuck? Is there such things as a big sister?
Yes, they were introduced in Bioshock 2. They're essentially like grown-up versions of the little sisters from the first Bioshock. I don't think you're gonna find anything doing it like this.
Huh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Shout out to Mr. Meme trying to Google Big Sister.
I want mommy.
Oh, man.
Like he types in Big Sister, and we just see like Big Sister ASMR, Big Sister ear cleaning roleplay, Big Sister tongue fuck.
Big Sister Wet Willy. Come here, nerd!
Come here, nerd.
Give me your songs!
No, I need these songs.
Give me your songs, nerd!
Fuck you. A little girl with jet black hair was digging around in a man who was dying body.
Already to a great start.
Off to a fantastic start. I feel like if the SDC was covering this and Matt was here, he'd be already dead.
So a man who was dying body, so he's not dead, he's dying.
Yeah, let the body hit the floor.
Yeah. So
behind her stood a giant man in a metal armor. That's certainly a way to describe the Big Daddies.
Yeah.
You know, the most iconic part of Bioshock.
A giant metal man.
Yeah, a big man-made waterfall.
Mm-hmm. Superman.
Superman, not ho.
I mean, is it wrong?
I mean, no, it's not wrong, but like, there's like other like distinguishing characteristics about Big Daddies, like I don't know, their drill hands, the fact that their armor looks like a diving suit. I don't know, a big man in metal armor could be literally anything.
Yeah, I agree. But you're wrong.
The door creaked as another man came in the room. His eyes widened as he saw the small girl who looked only 7 years old digging through a half-dead man's body.
Hold up.
Luno, here, you be the little sister.
You poor angel. They treated you awfully. Don't worry. Daddy and me will take care of you.
He giggled and it sounded like bells.
What do you mean by that? What?
I haven't played Bioshock 1 or 2 in like a couple months.
Yeah.
I don't remember the little sister sounding like bells.
Yeah.
You know, like the little girls giggle and it's like, and it sounds like fucking church bells ringing.
They go, no, maybe it's like the the ding of the bells. You know.
Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries
Fries
are
are done.
done.
Ding. Okay.
uh, uh, they, she gig, the man quickly went to hide, but he stepped on a part of the dead man's organs that must have been tossed across the room.
Look, Daddy, another angel. I don't like
Look,
saying
look,
Daddy this much.
This
Daddy.
is how the little sister talk.
Look, Dad. It's another
It's just our
angel.
fucking minds have been so brain rotted by porn. We can't like
Surely I need to.
comprehend a little girl saying "daddy" without it having a sexual connotation.
Look, Daddy.
Alright,
Another
alright.
angel.
The man quickly backed up, and the metal armor man walked towards him. She
No,
had
no.
the girl said happily.
Don't let him get away, Daddy.
She jumped up and down, covered in blood. It's like the fucking all by myself.
Yeah, he
That
jumped
little
up.
character. The man quickly backed up, and the metal armor man walked towards him. He had no idea how to get out. When all of a sudden something crashed through the ceiling, the armored man stopped, and the girl started shaking.
Big sister.
The little girl shivered. The figure appeared to be a girl in armor similar to the man's, but she wasn't looking like a giant oven.
What? Okay, these are the worst descriptions for characters I've seen in a while.
This is like I like how the guy just keeps coming. Oh, sorry, the lady who's writing this. She keeps coming up with increasingly worse ways to describe the big daddy.
No,
This is-
I kind of love it, but like it doesn't suit the tone.
It looks
If
like
it was
a
coming
big
from the
old.
perspective of a child, then it would work.
She looks like
But
a
it does
big
not.
old oven.
Like it would suit it. It was more of a comedy. The
Or if it was
story, but
from the
it's like
perspective of a child.
it's a dire Bioshock thing.
Yeah.
The A shirt man.
A shirt, man. But she wasn't looking like a giant oven, more like a girl in a metal tight suit.
Jesus Christ.
Oh. She walked over to the little girl and picked her up by her neck and squeezed. The daddy ran charging at her, but the big sister just avoided him and killed the little girl. I don't think the little sisters killed the big sisters killed the little sisters.
I don't think. Yeah. No.
I think because in the game the big sisters come after you after you've either harvested or saved all the little sisters in an area. They're mad at you for getting rid of the little sisters. I don't think.
I'm pretty sure this is like a special OC Big Sister.
I guess. I guess. Still kind of stupid though. She turned and saw the daddy charging. Oh wait, charging again. She grabbed the gun on her back and slammed it down in front of her hand.
What?
In front of her, into her hand. Oh, like she like took the shotgun off and put it in her, like the fucking the pump on the shotgun.
Yeah.
She cocked the gun and fired it at the daddy while he charged, and like a bull, he went down. Bullshit!
Nah, man. I don't know much about
Bullshit.
Bioshock, but I do know big daddies are fucking durable as fuck.
Yeah, you know, you gotta set up a whole fucking shitload of traps ahead of time. Hell, even in Bioshock 2, when you play as a Big Daddy, I think in Bioshock 2 specifically, you play as one of the first Big Daddies. You don't go down that easily.
I like to imagine when she killed the big daddy, he like falled over and started sliding across the room.
Yeah. Also, it doesn't specify what kind of Big Daddy it was, whether it was like if it was a balancer, which is probably the most famous one. They're the ones that are on the cover of Bioshock 1, or if it was like a Rosie or a fucking tumbler. Could be any one of those. Doesn't specify. I'm just going to assume it was a bouncer.
Yeah.
So just fucking like a bull. The girl turned and started to walk towards the man who she so-called saved and grabbed him by the neck. 3 other girls came down into the room, They looked a lot like the one who had the man in her hands, choking him to death. But she dropped him and turned towards the other big sister. The man, not knowing what to do, stood in horror as the girls began to kill each other. For the one who tried to kill him was the Rouge Sister.
The Rouge Sister.
She's red.
Yeah, she's all red, baby.
I'm just picturing they're fucking shivving each other like two British dads at a kid's soccer game.
Part 2.
The Rouge Sister. As the sister fought the other three, the man tried to get away. He got to the door when one of the sisters jumped in front of him. The Rouge Sister kicked her out of the way as the other sister lost control and bit her arm.
Like a dog?
They're wearing helmets. They're wearing like fucking diving helmets. How?
Ow! Fuck!
The fuck? The halls echoed with the Rouge Sister's screech. She then turned and smashed the sister's head into the wall until her head was bleeding and gushing her brains out.
Again, diving helmet.
Mm-hmm. Kind of thought it would get in the way of that, but nope.
I don't think the author played Bioshock 2.
I think they're familiar with the concept of a big sister. Granted, at least like one of the big sisters can take off her helmet.
Yeah.
But she's a special big sister. Whatever. Fucking stupid. Fucking whimpered for their lost sister. Then grew angry and charged at her, slashing their swords at her. They're not swords, they're more like giant needles. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking the sisters clashed together. Wait, no. Fucking the Rouge Sister jumped up, grabbing the man with her bad arm, and then tossed him to the other side of the room. The sisters clashed together. The man could only watch, yet he wondered why this sister was different from the others. Why did she try to kill him now as protecting him? Bad writing?
Yeah.
One of the sisters stabbed the Rouge Sister. She grew angry and took the sword and quickly turned it and stabbed it into the sister's head. The last sister jumped back and retreated to her commander. The Rouge Sister turned and looked at the man. Her helmet was covering her head. She walked to him and held her hand out. He looked up at her, terrified. She looked around and then sighed and punched him in the face.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Oh, she might be the Rouge Sister, but she seems like a real rogue delayed.
Oh, God.
It's a meta sister.
Oh my god.
That Rouge Sister is a menace, I say. A menace. I want pictures of that Rouge Sister.
Can this be like our fucking Jack Frost X Elsa, Maverick X this Rouge Sister?
Maybe. I don't know.
She picked him up and walked far from this area, far from danger, far from her corrupted sisters.
Cool.
Part 3. Corrupted Sisters.
Stardust Crusaders.
Stardust Crusaders. Yo! She walked around with the man on her shoulder. She walked, making no sound. The only real noise was grunting coming from zombie-like. What?
There's no zombies in Bioshock, right?
No, there's the splicers, but they're more like junkies than fucking zombies.
Yeah.
The fuck? Did this person didn't play Bioshock? They
fucking
saw
told
someone
you.
like.
I told you. This chick didn't play Bioshock yet. She's writing a Bioshock fanfic.
Oh my god, is this the fabled fake gamer girl? I like Bioshock.
My favorite part's the zombies. It's Target.
From this is just like the Worm fanfic fandom all over again.
Yeah.
The what?
The Worm fanfic fandom.
Oh, Worm. It's like a fucking comic book, right? Or manga.
It's a fucking novel that has like a fandom, like a power scaling
Oh yeah.
fanfic community that hasn't read the fucking series. They just make power scaling fanfic.
Oh yeah, I've heard about it for that. That's actually where I first heard about it. But whatever, fucking. They looked more like mutated humans. The Rouge Sister stopped at a room that looked like no one has been in it for years. She placed the man on the filthy bed. She stood in the corner of the room, watching him. The man finally woke up and looked around. He was confused at first, but then when he finally came around, he freaked out and tried to tried to see if the girly things were around. He then saw the Rouge Sisters
Girly
standing in the.
things?
Oh, like the sisters.
Sister.
The fucking
Girly things? Like, what the fuck describes as girly things?
These are like, yeah, girly things. Like
fucking space alien. That's who.
Justin Bieber.
You, they have cuties.
Yuck.
Ew, cooties.
Uh, fucking. He saw the Rouge Sister standing in the corner of the room. He stared at her, wondering why she has not killed him yet. He saw how she wore a helmet at all times. He gulped and stood up shakily. Do you have a name? He asked, his voice cracking, going up an octave. She
Oh,
didn't
so
say.
we have no quotation marks now.
Yeah, I guess not.
No, there
We
is,
don't have
there is,
fucking.
there is quotation marks. I see them.
She didn't say anything, just stood there like a statue. Why did you try to kill me, then saved me? Still no movement. It was as if he was talking to himself. She then finally moved to him and held her hand out. He remembered the last time he didn't. The last time he did, and she sucker punched him in the face.
That's a bad move on her because you're not allowed to use your hands in soccer.
That's a fucking powerful soccer punch.
Soccer punch.
Fucking powerful. I think that's a foul.
Yeah, it is a foul. It was a foul. That's why they had to ban it from all soccer games.
That's a beautiful foul.
Thank you for catching on, Lino. He gulped and stood up shakily. Oh wait, no, fuck. He shook her hand.
Wait, no.
So he held his hand out. She grabbed his hand, and the leather glove covering her hand, and the leather glove covering hand disappeared when he clamped his hand shut. What? What?
This is what happens when wall text happens. We have no idea what the fuck is happening.
It's got nothing to do with the wall of text. What did he like? What did her fucking clothes fall off?
Yeah, and he got a big old boner.
What? Huh? Why? He shook her hand and was confused somewhat. She acted like a normal person, but she didn't look like one.
Wow.
Well, she sure had the body of one. Yikes.
Yikes, how old is a big sister?
Classic.
Nebulously aged. It's not really specified, they're just older. I always assumed they were fucking 18, 19.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, the larval age of 1 to 18.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. Little sisters are created when they put slugs in little girls. That's actual canon to fucking Bioshock lore.
Yeah, I expect as much. Keep reading.
It's weird.
But
she turned her head towards the door. Then she looked at him again. What should I call you? He said, a bit shaky, still somewhat scared of her. His eyes caught the wound she had from fighting the other girls. His hand went to touch them, but her hand snapped and grabbed his wrist. He just stared at her, scared, but not much scared.
hold up, wait. He stared at her scared, but not much scared. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. If she wanted him dead, she would have done it already. He stared at her inside.
There's quotation marks. Just let me see. Just let me see it.
He said in a barely a whisper. She stared at him. It's fine, she said. Her voice was soft and somewhat harsh at the same time. He was stunned when she talked. And you can call me not 1, not 3, A1.
A1
He was
sauce?
confused. Steak sauce.
Yeah, A1
Yummy.
steak sauce, man, yeah.
I drink it from the bottle. I drink it from a shot glass. Give it to me raw and I'll go full throttle. He was confused at that. Don't
Oh,
This
sorry.
is you, Mr. Green.
Don't you have a name?
He stared at her, trying to see her face. He's trying to what? Trying to see her face through the helmet. She tilted her helmet head to the side and then shook her head no.
How about I call you A?
How about I call you? Period.
Yeah. Nice to
Did
meet you.
Gura come up with this?
Yeah,
Holy shit, Gura real?
shit!
She turned her head again and then got really close to him. He caught his breath and didn't move. And you? He was confused, then caught on.
What?
He looked at and smiled lightly, his blue eyes looking at her and his brown hair messy.
Fucking mogging her. Derek, not 1, not 3. My name is Derek.
Part 4.
Derek. My name is Derek.
She had Derek laying down so he could rest a bit and come to terms of what he's been witnessing. He laid on the filthy bed, not really caring. Stood in the corner, her head tilted to the side, watching him. Do you ever get tired of standing? No.
I'm not
She
allowed.
turned her head
I'm not
when
allowed.
she heard it.
I'm not
Not
allowed.
allowed.
I'm not allowed to sit. You see, they implemented a fucking self-destruct switch in my anus, and every time I sit down, it presses on it.
How do you shit? What?
There's no such thing as shitting. What are you talking
You
about?
girls don't poop.
Yeah.
Are you doing no shit September too?
No. Well, yeah, but the thing is, since we're under the ocean, we can't really tell what time of the year is. So I've just been holding it in for I don't know. I lost count
18 years.
12 weeks ago, I think,
I don't know. There's no clock
give or
here.
take.
There's no clocks here.
Yeah, Andrew Ryan fucking hated clocks.
Andrew Lyon.
Yeah, brother of Andrew, cousin of Andrew Ryan. Fucking.
Oh, no.
She turned her head when she heard a screech. She peered through a hole in the wall. She saw 10 mutants fighting over something to eat, and a little sister being attacked by them.
10
She then
mutants.
saw her daddy.
Wait.
What?
10 mutants.
10 mutants. They went too far. Hey, Mr. Meme.
What?
The jokes went too far.
Itchy powder and the laser guns.
Hey, Mr. Meme.
What?
Han got stabbed.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Mr. Meme.
Amy got hit by a car.
Hey, Mr. Meme.
Yeah.
Theodore shot the roof and killed Jeanette.
Hey, Spooky.
Yeah.
Get a load of this.
Get a load of that.
Hey, Spooky.
Yeah.
Lincoln Loud violently murdered Horde Henry.
Hey, Mr. Meme.
Yeah.
Springtrap survives 96 billion tons of steel.
Hey, Mr. Meme.
Yeah.
Punish Prunella.
Hey, Spooky.
Lord Motley Ward.
Hey, Spooky.
Yeah.
The yellow laser.
Oh, yeah, from Yellow
It's the
Devil?
Yellow Devil.
No, from the Ben 10 story. I think it was a yellow laser.
Oh, listen, dude, I barely remember that fucking story.
Okay, let's just keep reading then.
Let's keep reading. Get up, being attacked with them. She then saw her daddy attack them, and the little sister get up and crawl onto her daddy. She tilted her head yet again and stared through the hole in the wall. She turned and looked at Aron?
Aron,
Aron?
Aron, my man,
Aron.
Aron, my
the
dude
fuck?
from my brother from another mother. How you doing?
They forgot the fucking character's name.
Yeah.
Derek's fucking body swapped with Aron. It's a new fucking plasmid.
It's a new character.
Who was finally asleep. She stood in the corner watching him sleep. She was so quiet it was barely noticeable that she was even there. It was as if she were nothing. But, no, 1, not 3. A shadow.
I like that the fucking body swap was so fucking stupid that we didn't even notice her being so fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, she's a fucking woman in a skin tight diving suit. Just fucking. What do you expect?
Yeah.
When Derek's back.
Hey, Derek.
Derek's fucking.
Aron is Derek when he's asleep and he's sleepwalking.
Holy shit, Mr. Meme! I just realized something.
What?
Do you think the author meant Derek instead of Deeker?
Shut up. Keep reading.
No, like.
I did hear some people switch personalities when they go to sleep.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Was still standing in the same area. She looked like a statue a bit. She wasn't moving. Could she be sleeping? No, when Derek moved, she tilted her head to the side like she always did. Accordingly, they began to leave the room. What? Is she fucking dragging the mattress behind her?
Yeah, they began to leave the room, yeah.
He's like, Derek's like fucking zonked out. Fucking Aron's on the other side of the fucking mattress being smothered.
Derek.
And is just fucking like dragging it behind with like a fucking chain tied to the end of it. I want to be a part of this now.
Derek turned into Heathenism Bot from Futurama where he's on the bed 24/7.
Yeah.
Anyways.
When she looked around to make sure that nothing was around. When she walked out, there was another little sister and her daddy. Derek stayed in the room. The little sister and her daddy turned the other way. Walked up to make sure there weren't any more little or big sisters around. When she made it back to Derek, he was leaning on a wall in the room. He looked like he could use some sleep. Yeah, because Aron was fucking hogging the bed.
Yeah, Aron was like hogging all the blanket.
Yeah. I'm just gonna imagine Aron as like a small dog.
Yeah. Zoinks, Aron! The Big Daddy's coming! Rough road, Derek!
Sleep. But it wasn't going to be safe here. The little sister probably only retreated to tell the big sisters to spare her life. But they wouldn't. Big sisters would never let a little sister live. Although, big sisters use little sisters for information. They would make them spy what's going on outside of the sister's domain.
I don't care.
Walked to Derek and held out her hand again. This time, he grabbed it and quietly walked with her. She only held his hand to make sure he didn't wander off. Okay.
It's a little kid.
Thank you.
Derek a fucking baby.
He's a fucking baby. Like
this is Max Vincent.
Spitting up.
He needs someone to
spitting up.
Yeah.
Brian was fucking. They walked until it was dark out again. The windows were covered in filth, but you could tell there was no light trying to come through to make the room feel warm. They're under the ocean.
Okay, this chick didn't play Bioshock.
Feel warm. The warmth Derek felt from Oz
Wait,
hand.
no. This is no. This is part 6. SBO and
Part
Rouge.
6. Part 6. Feel warm. The warmth Derek felt was from Oz's hand. Oz's hand was covered by gloves. She looked quite scary in her armor, but oddly to Derek, she looked beautiful. He wonders if she's more beautiful without the armor.
Probably not.
Walked quietly behind, keeping Derek in close in case anyone attacked. She looked around through the only hole in her visor. She noticed that it was quiet. A bit too quiet. A little sister was digging through a person's body as usual. Her daddy fighting off anyone who tries to harm her.
Like a fucking like it's dirt. She's like shoveling into the body.
I mean, okay, what little sisters do is they have like a little syringe thing that they stab into like splicers to harvest all like the atom in their body.
Dig a hole, Mr. Squidward.
Yeah. Derek's stomach turned when he looked at the little sister. Her daddy
SpongeBob and Bioshock take place under the ocean.
Yeah. Her body was oddly bigger than the last daddy she's seen. Pat stopped walking and put her gloved hand on his toned chest. Stopping in his tracks, he looked at her helmet. Looked at the daddy who was attacking one of the mutated humans. The mutated human thrashed around as the daddy started to rip him apart. The little girl was finished with the body and looked at her daddy. Uno?
Well done, Daddy.
She giggled darkly and walked to him, but the daddy didn't look at her. He was now looking at and Derek. He charged them and pushed Derek out of the way and collided with the daddy. She barely moved 3 inches from where she was standing and started to push back. The daddy started moving back towards the little girl due to pushing him. He growled, his metal clanged as he tried to push her back. Jumped up and the daddy charged into the wall, cracking his helmet. No. It's metal!
No, you don't get it. She's super strong and she's super special.
She's super fucking cool strong, guys. Fuck.
Yeah.
He looked at her and he turned around and shook his metal. Derek was standing next to the little girl. The little girl was shaking. He looked at her and blinked. He was used to seeing a fight. He was used to seeing a fight.
You only known her for like
the daddy made a howling noise and fell to the ground. Stepped over him with his part in her hand. How?
You dropped
How?
Dude, she's trying to raise her up. She's like, you dropped this, babe.
Wait, she's saying that to Derek or the big daddy?
No, she's saying that to Derek.
It's like, here, babe, you dropped this. And he's like, oh, I'm scare-roused.
You dropped this, babe.
Stepped over him with his heart in her hand, and she dropped to the ground and walked to the little girl. The little sister stared up at and shook more. Instead of killing her, picked her up and touched her forehead, putting her in a vent.
An event? What?
I mean, like, yeah, because like after you like purify the little sisters, you can like put them in the vents and they'll go away, and that's how you get the good ending. But like, this picture, she like pushes her forehead so hard she fucking flies into the vent like.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
The little sister giggled and smiled, crawling into the hole. She disappeared into the hole. Derek looked at and blushed slightly at what she did. Derek was surprised that helped this little sister and not the other ones. He watched as she walked quietly to the left door and walked inside. Waiting for Derek, stopped walking. Derek quickly caught up and walked into the dusty old office.
Dusty old office full of green dust.
Part 7, dusty old office.
And finally,
no, 1, not 3.
And finally, part 7, summer.
Dusty old office. Was standing in place while Derek walked around looking for things. He found a first aid kit.
Hold on to this.
Derek found his way around collecting things for him, and eventually he found a small bag of money. He had no use for it, but kept it just in case. Watched him quietly as he walked around grabbing things. Derek sighed and watched just stand there. He barely said a word. She never really liked talking, even knowing that. He has been with her for a few days now.
That's the
The end.
That's the end of the
What was this
story.
last updated? What was this last update?
2019.
2019. It could come back. Romance horror.
And there's only 2 reviews.
How does a person run as a color?
What's the deal with colors?
And then a radio-free death. Remember that there should be single spaces between paragraphs. And a man who was dying body. What? And a giant man in a metal armor. In metal armor. Regardless, these are a lot of words just to say Big Daddy. Write out numbers with letters. Regardless, this is a mess of a story in regards to punctuation and structure. If you don't already have a beta/proofreader, find one. A good one is an endless supply of help in every situation, from plotting to punctuation. Wow.
Constructive criticism?
Well, my fanfiction.net reviews? More likely than you think.
Yeah. And that's the thing.
That's Bioshock the Rouge Sister, and wow.
Damn, man, that was crazy.
Well, thank you so much for watching. Join our Discord server using the link in the description. If you have any other funny stories you want us to read, check them out. Send us to them and using the little link in the description. Check out CC's Ko-Fi. And again, don't contact the author or else I will put my big drill hand into your chest. Is that everything?
Yeah, one more thing. I might be playing Bioshock when this video comes out, so stay tuned.
Yeah.
So join the server if you want to watch me play.
A man chooses, a skibbity obeys.
I'm gonna end the video like that.